You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we need to talk about the great Dallas Cowboys former quarterback Troy Aikman, who actually now works on Monday Night Football. Now, Troy Aikman played in a much different era. And when people actually look at his numbers and try to compare it to today, it doesn't hold up. Why? It's because the NFL game was much different back then. Actually, it was a lot more run focused. But also, folks, it was a lot more physical. I mean, Troy Aikman is a Hall of Famer, and he's considered to have probably the greatest offensive line in NFL history. But however, even with that offensive line, Troy Aikman suffered a bunch of concussions. Why? It's because the game was much more physical. Even the great Steve Young, he had a ton of concussions. But now, guys, the NFL, especially this season, has gotten very, very soft. Extremely soft. I know that the quarterbacks are the glamour position for NFL teams. If you don't have a quarterback, you probably can't win a Super Bowl. But on Monday Night Football, Troy Aikman was very, very critical of the roughing the passer call on Derek Carr against the Kansas City Chiefs. And looking at that, folks, I was thinking, man, that is pretty bad right there. That is not roughing the passer. Just like when Tom Brady was sacked, that was not roughing the passer. Even though I believe the call was actually worse on the Chiefs when it came to Derek Carr. No way in hell was that actually roughing the passer. And Troy Aikman was very, very vocal about that on Monday Night Football. I mean, he said we need to take the dresses off or something like that. And then the woke mob got triggered and it came for him. And now, guys, I'm very, very disappointed in my quarterback, Troy Aikman. He has now bent the knee. Here we go on TMZ Sports. Troy Aikman on Monday Night Football controversy. My comments were dumb. Now, this isn't a direct apology, but it's pretty much, an apology. I mean, it just is right here. This is very, very disappointing, guys, and I don't know what happened, why it reloaded like that if you're actually watching here on YouTube. But anyway, let's read this, guys. Troy Aikman is speaking out publicly for the first time since making controversial remarks. I don't consider it controversial. During Monday Night Football, calling his comments dumb. Quote, my comments were dumb, just shouldn't have made them, Aikman said during a radio appearance on 96.7 The Ticket, adding, quote, just dumb remarks on my part. Of course, during Monday night's Raiders-Chiefs game, the former Dallas Cowboys QB voiced displeasure with how the NFL is enforcing the roughing of the passer penalty. Quote, my hope is the competition committee looks at this in the next set of meetings, and we take the dresses off, the 3-time Super Bowl champ said during the broadcast. And then the mob went after him because we're living in very, very soft and woke times where men can be men. And let's just face it, folks, the NFL, I'm going to be honest, this is a man's game. Women can't play in the NFL. Why? Because it's just too physical. I mean, you throw a woman out there on the field and name it wokeness, I wouldn't be surprised though one day, as woke as everything's gotten, a woman would get hurt on the football field. This is why he said we need to take the dresses off. Because men should not be wearing dresses for one thing. Men need to be men. This is the hurt game in the NFL, even though the NFL has definitely tried to protect the quarterback. There was nothing wrong with what Troy Aikman said. Aikman has been under siege ever since, with the QB being accused of being sexist and misogynistic. Well, guess what, folks? The NFL, it is a male sport. It is for men only. There has never been a woman get on the football field. And if there was, I'm pretty sure the NFL would actually be trying to protect women. That's all he's saying. I mean, you guys, you woke people out there got to face it. This is the hurt game. The NFL on the field is not for women. Women can only enjoy the game, Just like I can enjoy the game. I'm a man too, and I can't even play football. I'm too small. Plus I wasn't actually born with God-given talent to actually play in the NFL. But for Aikman to come out and essentially bend the knee and apologize, even though it wasn't a direct apology, I believe it's kind of crazy here. I mean, even here, this is the clip of Tom Brady going down. Daryl Moose Johnson, former Dallas Cowboy and teammate of Troy Aikman, he was even critical of that. Now, of course, he didn't say take the dresses off, but if he said it, you know what? Hey, I agree with him. I really, really do. I mean, it's just gotten so ridiculous, man. Troy Aikman should not have to apologize for this. He was right on the money. Troy Aikman was an old school quarterback. Back in the 1990s, when safeties were actually able to play safety. I mean, you can actually hit people. Quarterbacks were getting hit all the time. That's why Troy Aikman only ended up playing 11 years. Because it was the hurt game. You got hurt. Then the NFL said, you know what? We need to protect quarterbacks more. And this is one of the reasons why, you're seeing quarterbacks now playing, 18 years, 19 years. What Tom Brady is doing is on another level. I mean, this is his 23rd year at the QB position. You're probably not going to see that. You're not. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, I'm very, very disappointed in the great Troy Aikman. Don't ever give these people an inch because it won't be enough because they're going to want a mile. If you give them a mile, then they're going to want 3, 5, 6, 10 miles. It will never be enough. Don't apologize to these people. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.